Welcome to the online learning platform of MSBTE Learning at Your Doorstep. I am Sushma Kolle, Head of Electronics and Telecommunication Department from Guru Govind Singh Polytechnic, Nashik. Welcome you all to the presentation on Next Generation Network, in which we will focus on explain the multi-protocol level switching in NGN Core. After the completion of this presentation, the learners would be able to understand the definition of MPLS, advantages of MPLS, definition of label, the three kinds of LSRS, that is the label switch routers. The content: motivation, MPLS basics, MPLS header, and advantages of MPLS. The concept map related to the MPLS. Now we can see the motivation. IP, that is the Internet Protocol, the first defined and used protocol, the only protocol for global internet working. But there are some disadvantages like related to the connections. No quality of service is there. Each router has to make the independent forwarding decisions based on the IP address. Large IP header, at least 20 bytes long. Routing in network layer that is slower than switching and usually designed to obtain the shortest path. So do not take into account additional merit. So these are the disadvantages in Internet Protocol routing. Now let us move to the next, that is the ATM, asynchronous transfer mode. Related to the connection oriented, it supports the quality of service. Fast packet switching with fixed length packets and the integration of the different traffic types, voice, data, video. But still there are some disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages? Complex, it is expensive and not widely adopted. So the idea behind is that we will combine the forwarding algorithm used in ATM with IP, and the outcome, that is nothing but MPLS. Means it is a combination of packet switching as well as the circuit switching or the Internet Protocol and the asynchronous transfer mode. So MPLS, that is the multi-protocol level switching. MPLS protocol level switching is arranged between the layer 2 and layer 3. This layer 2 and layer 3 is from the OSI model of the communication. So here the protocols in the layer 1 are shown, the protocols under layer 2 are shown, layer 3, that is the Internet Protocol, and the MPLS, that is arranged in between the layer 2 and layer 3. So the MPLS may be called, it is a 2.5 layer protocol. Let us see the MPLS characteristics. The mechanisms to manage the traffic flows of various granularities, that is the flow measurement. It is independent of layer 2 and layer 3 protocols. Maps the IP addresses to fix the length labels. It interfaces to existing routing protocols that are RSVP, Resource Reservation Protocol, and another one is the OSPF, that is the Open Shortest Path First, and it will support the ATM, frame relay and the Ethernet. So the MPLS is a protocol to establish an end-to-end path from source to destination. A hop-by-hop forwarding mechanism. Hop by hop means we may say that the destination to destination or station to station. Use the labels to set up the path. It requires some protocol to set up the labels along the path. It builds a connection oriented service on the IP network. So MPLS is designed to speed up and shape the traffic flows across the enterprise wide area and the service provider networks. The first MPLS working group in IETF, that is the Internet Engineering Task Force, and that was formed in 1997. Let us move to the diagram. So you will get the idea about the MPLS. So from the figure, this is the symbol of router and this is the switch. The combination of these two, that becomes LSR, that is the label switch router. Now moving toward the architecture. Here we can see the LSP, LSR, LER. So we can see one by one. The first one is the LSR. LSR is nothing but the label switch router. So these all are the label switch router. The next one is the LSP. LSP is the label switch path. This is the label switch path. The third one is the LER. LER is the label edge router. At the edge of the network, the routers are there that are called as the LER. This one and this one. Then the CE. CE is the customer edge. PE, that is the provider edge. Okay. So this is about the MPLS network architecture. So with the help of with this MPLS domain, the labels LSRs are transmitted, right, from this one LER to the another LER. Now we can see the definition one by one. LSR, that is the label switch router. So the routers that support the MPLS, that is nothing but the label switch router. LER, the label at edge routers, that is the LERs. Now here the three kinds of services or three kinds of terms are given. Ingress LSR. It is responsible for adding the labels to the unlabeled IP packets. Egress LSR. It is responsible for removing the labels. And intermediate LSRs that receives incoming label packets, perform an operation on it, switch the packet and then send the packet to the or on the correct data link, means swap the packets. So that is nothing but the intermediate LSRs. The next important term related to MPLS is the LSP, label switch path. The path defined by the labels through the LSRs between the two LERs. LSP means this path is always unidirectional. And suppose you want to change the direction, so you have to add one label in the opposite direction. Forward equivalent class. All the IP packets follow the same path on the MPLS network and receive the same treatment at each node. So these are the very basic terms related to the MPLS. Now how does this MPLS work? So from the figure we can see LSR, label switch router. So these are the label switch router. LER means the label at the edge router. This is. Now the two terms are there, ingress and egress. Ingress means the label is not added. Egress means the label is removed. So in between them, the labels are added to the LER, right? So we can see this. Okay. So in this way, this particular IP packets are flow through this MPLS domain. First, it will come to ingress. So there is no label. Then in intermediate, here that labels are swapped, interchange, and at the end in egress LER, the labels are pop, means it will remove. Let us move to the next. When the LSR receives a packet, it performs one or more of the following actions. Just we already discussed this. Push means add a label. So this is typically performed by the ingress router. Swap, it will replaces a label. This is usually performed by the LSRs between the ingress and the egress router. And pop, that removes a label, and this is most often done in the egress router. Moving toward the next. So you can see the MPLS network. All these are the LSRS. This is the path, means LSP. All these are the IP packets. These IP packets will move through this MPLS domain. So here the labels are not added. Now the labels are added. Here the labels are swapped, means switched, and at this stage the labels are removed. Okay, so this is about the MPLS network. Now, when these IP packets are transmitted, so the label is encoded along with that MPLS. That is nothing but the MPLS header or MPLS label. A label packet is a packet into which a label has been encoded. So it is a 32-bit, this MPLS label is a 32 bits. We can say it is a 32-bit field with a certain structure. The first field, that is a label. The value is 20. Out of that, 0 to 15s are reserved for the special use. EXP bits, that is experimental bits. The width is 3 and these are used for the quality of service. The third one field is the bottom of stack bit, and it is set to 1, the last entry in the label. And the TTL, that is the last, we can say the field of the MPLS label, time to life. If the TTL of the label reaches to 0, the packet is discarded. MPLS advantages. It improves the packet forwarding performance in the network. It supports the quality of service. It supports the network scalability. It is an integration or combination of IP and ATM in the network. It's good for real-time applications and that can tolerate the latency such as video, voice and mission critical data. The data and voice apps can also be run on the same MPLS network. And the benefits of the MPLS are the scalability, performance, better bandwidth utilization, reduce the network congestion and better end user experience. So all these are the MPLS advantages, and the MPLS is used in the MPLS VPN, that is the virtual private network, as well as it is useful in the quality of service. Some disadvantages are also there. An additional layer is added and the router has to understand the MPLS. Now attempt the MCQ set that is provided in the formative assessment. At the end of the presentation, the learner would have got the idea of the definition of MPLS, definition of label, the various kinds of LSRS, that is the label switch routers, advantages of MPLS and applications of MPLS. So in the next session, we would learn, describe the features of optical transport network, that is OTN, and the passive optical network. Thank you and have a smart learning.